Know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right, people, come on in. Come on in. Make sure y'all share the video because it's not going out. This is live, uncut, unedited. Okay. It posts. It won't do it to the public. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. What's up, Peggy? I see you. Come on in. Come on in. Make sure you guys, I need you guys to share the video because it's not going out. Share the video, share the video, share the video, share the video so we can talk. It's live, uncut, unedited. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. And share the video. All right, people, this is live, uncut, unedited. All right, it's live, uncut, unedited. We need to share this video. And that'll be appreciated. I need you guys share the video because the video is not going out. It's only going to my friends. So in the meantime, they'll catch us on live. They'll catch us on live. You know what time it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right, people. Let me acknowledge some people here. Give some people time to come on. All right. I see Peggy. What's up, Peggy? I see you. I see you. Jody, I see you. Dominique, I see you. What up, Chad? I see you. Bonnie Williams, I see you. Robert G. Brown, I see you. Tangi Watson. Deborah Singleton, I see you. Monique, I see you. I see you. I see you. We're going to talk about Kanye West tonight and what's your thoughts and your opinions of him speaking out. Willie Lump Lump, I see you. Willie Lee, I see you. Sharice, I see you. Miss Miller, I see you. This is live, uncut, unedited. Sheila Robinson, I see you. Golden Nikki, I see you. I see you. I need you guys to share this video. Valerie, I see you too. I miss you. I'm sorry. I see you. I see you. I see you. Sharice Rice, I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is live, uncut, unedited, people. And we're going to talk about Kanye West tonight. And all right. Peggy said, hey, Martin, I switched back to Facebook. I'm going to be in Cal City for about 3 weeks. Okay, that's good. All right. Lucretia, I see you. I see you. I see you. Much love from California. I see you. I see you. Come on in, people. I need at least about 65 people. And I think that'll be sufficient for me before I get started. Because, all right, Miss Turner, I see you. Banks, I see you, Miss Banks. I see you, Valerie Rains. Okay, so I can't share, so I going on my big blog page. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Need about 60 people. Come on in, people, so we can talk about Kanye and his remarks. I tell you, he have been controversy in a lot of things, and I want to hear what you guys got to say about him. Now, there's no right and wrong answer now, so when you call me, don't worry about what I'm thinking about. What's going on, Percy? I see you. What's going on? Sheila Black, I see ya. I see you. Sandra Collins, I see you. What's going on? Percy Tank Winters Jr., I see you. What's going on? Again, I see you. Calumet City. All right, people, come on. Let's roll. Let's rock and roll. Well, I'm going to get started, and I want to play something Kanye said, and we're going to listen up. We're going to listen up. Something that he said, and we're going to play it.
To the left.
All right, hold on. Let's start from the beginning.
You don't hold accountability to my pain. You're being a Karen.
I'm talking about. I'm not a Karen
to the pain.
I'm not a Karen, and I'm not going to cancel you, and I'm not going to uncensor you. I'm simply going to challenge you on what you're saying.
You can't.
I think you don't understand the pain that you've been causing with some of these comments, and I think that one in particular, I can understand.
Oh my God. God forbid, one comment could cause people to feel any of the pain that my people have went through for years. Even like the blacks being ushered to the left during the civil rights movement. No one has cared about black people.
Okay, why does
no?
All right.
No one is.
Let me say, I agree that the racism against black people has been utterly deplorable, shameful, unacceptable, and thank God the world is beginning to move to a better place about the way it has treated black people like you. However, one form of racism doesn't justify.
It's almost in a better place.
Well, one form of racism doesn't justify another.
It's not a better place.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm finishing my sentence so you can respond. One form of racism. It is racism when you say I'm going deaf for Jewish people.
I was in a position where I've been hurt, and this is the way I had the right to express myself. The point of this interview is for you to question me, and then for me to answer and say, okay, even though the same rules are not applied to my people, if a person with a gun or drugs is pulled over and has three other people in the car, they're all going to jail. I'm not going to apply that to Jewish people for the sake of this conversation. Isn't that what you wanted?
Why are they calling in? Come on, people. Why are they calling? You got to call back. Listen, we listen. It's not. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. You calling in, right? So give us a minute. We got to finish listening to the what was going on. You interrupt. We was trying to listen to the whole interview. Then
okay.
I just call back as soon as I'm finished. I'll make sure you come in. I remember your phone number 27270. I got you. Let's finish. Okay. Listen. Okay. All right. All right. All right, people. Start back again.
You know what you did? You tried to civil rights me. You tried to pull me back to a week ago, but we're here today. There's been plenty of conversations and commentary since that, but you want me to go back to 1960.
No.
You want me to go back to 7 days ago.
All right, let me jump in. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to reflect.
Okay, so have we grown? Have we grown?
Here's how we grow. Yeah, here's how we grow. I want you to reflect.
No, have we grown? Have we grown? You're not in charge of my growth. You're not in charge of my growth, Chris.
Okay, let me phrase it like this. I'm about to suggest to you how you may grow if you choose to grow this way. And you can ignore me. You can ignore me.
Pierce, how much money are you worth?
Not as much as you, sadly.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take your business advice.
Why would I listen to you?
Well, why do you hear what my advice is and then work out if I'm wrong? Can we do that deal?
Well, the thing is, you haven't given me any credit or a moment of reflection for the comparison that I made, the brilliant, if I do say so myself, comparison that I made to the cops pulling over one black person and locking everyone up.
I understand what you're saying.
My tweet having issues. Wait a second, I wasn't done with the sentence. My tweet referring to all Jewish people, I said, for the sake of this conversation, I will refer to the business people who have destroyed me and my people and my fellow creatives. But you didn't even accept that I gave you that. You tried to push me back into 1960.
No, I didn't.
You tried to push me back into last week.
No, I didn't.
Okay, do you accept that example that I gave you?
I understand completely the example you gave me. I think all racism is wrong.
So I feel that we've grown.
I would like you to reflect.
I feel we've grown. Do you feel we've grown?
If you've now changed what you wanted to say originally, my question for you is, do you now regret saying DEFCON 3 on Jewish people? Are you sorry you said that?
No.
I don't think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not. You know, I will say I'm sorry for the people that I hurt with the DEFCON, the confusion that I call. I feel like I cause hurt and confusion. And I'm sorry for the families of the people that had nothing to do with the trauma that I had been through, and that I use my platform where you say hurt people. And I was hurt.
Yeah. It's an uncensored interview. You said something which you've now wished you hadn't said, and you've apologized. I actually think that says a lot about you, right? That shows you've got that ability to be self-aware, to understand when you cross a line. I think someone like you, with all your energy and creativity and your passion, you're going to say stuff. The way that you talk constantly and in such an extraordinary manner, you're going to trip up. You're going to say things the wrong way. I don't think there's anything wrong in when you do that, doing what you just did and saying, look, I'm sorry, I crossed the line, I apologize.
I want to say that it's wrong to hold an apology hostage, and I got to let go of that and free myself of the trauma and say, look, I'm just going to give it all up to God right now and say to those families that are hurt, I really want to give you guys a big hug. And I want to, I say, I'm sorry for hurting you with my comments. And I want to word it in not in like a political way, but in a presidential way, which means what I knew a president to be when I was growing up.
All right, people, come on. Y'all can call in now. This is live, uncut, unedited. We want to talk about his remarks. And call the remarks. I'm going to call the brother. Just call in. Call him back so he can talk. All right, let's see what. All right, people, I need y'all opinion to call in. We're going to talk about Kanye West. We're going to talk about him. And what are your thoughts? What's going on in his head? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? All right, I'm waiting on the first caller. This is live, uncut, unedited. And we want to talk about Kanye West, about his remarks, anything that you want to say. You can even comment on his personal life. What's your thoughts about him? All right, I need a caller, 872-297-6389. We're talking about Kanye West. I need a caller, 872-297-6389. This is live, uncut, unedited. Somebody said he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't say anything wrong. Call and tell us why. He's a stone cold nut, somebody says. Yvonne said. So come on, people, talk to me. Come on and talk to me. Somebody break the ice. This is live, uncut, unedited. We on different platforms, streaming live. Streaming live on different platforms. So, hey, come on, let's talk. Let's talk about it. All right, people. I'm ready to hear what y'all got to say. Voice your opinion by calling in at 872-297-6389. Live, uncut, and unedited. Come on, there we go. There we go. There go the first caller. Live, uncut, in your own words, caller, in your own words.
In my own words, I haven't watched the interview yet. I've heard it's about 3 hours long.
Okay.
And so based off of what I just listened to and what I've been reading, how are you going to call him a nut when you haven't been in his lane? The things that he's been exposed to, the things that have been done.
Hold on. You know, it's interruption time. Hold on. Hey, caller, where you calling from?
Chicago.
All right, hold on. All right. We got more guests coming in. We got another guest, but come on, sister, come and talk to us in your own words. I'm sorry to cut you out. Go ahead, my sister.
Okay, and so I just want to say that it's not, you really don't have any edge to call him out of his mind or that he's a nut. The things that he's been exposed to in the lane that he's in.
Okay.
I think that he's speaking out because
do you hear hold on, my sister, do you hear feedback? Because I hear it.
I do.
Okay, the other person on the phone, you had to turn your Facebook down. Turn your Facebook.
Okay.
Got to turn it down. It's gonna put feedback all the way down. Because just listen to the phone conversation. That's all. Don't worry about Facebook. Okay, go ahead, my sister. Go ahead.
So I believe that he's speaking from an angle of even being a billionaire, you're still being treated low down and dirty. And this man is a billionaire now, and these people are still playing with his time. And that's what he's saying. It doesn't matter what you do, how you do it, how well you do it, how cutthroat you do it. They are still going to find a way to mistreat us. And that's what he's saying, period. Everything that he says is usually just raw and uncut. People don't like it. But where's the lie?
Well, can I say something too? Normally now, it's okay for us to call each other the N-word and BICTHs and all that. But when you start talking about the alphabet, when you start talking about the Jewish community, oh, then that's when it's a problem. They want you to publicly apologize and all. It's a problem. It's a problem. It's just a problem. I just want to say, hey, we've been suffering. We know we've been suffering and still suffering in this country.
But see, the thing now is we let you get this money. How dare you speak out and speak on things that you've experienced or that you've watched other people that look like you experience.
And I want to challenge any rapper out there. If you bad, if you're a drill rapper, whatever you are, whatever type of rap music let me hear you talk about some Jews and some gays.
Oh, they're not going to do it.
Let me hear you talk. I want to see show me how bad you are. Now, you told me how you can walk up to somebody and shoot them in the face, and you can pee on their grave, and you can kill their mom and their babies. Show me how bad you are.
Oh, no.
In these lyrics.
Oh, no, they ain't going to do it, baby. The last people that did it before what Kanye is talking about was NWA, Ice Cube and them. That was the last people to talk crazy about those people.
Well, let me ask you a question, and I'm gonna go to the next caller. Now, Kanye was saying things about George Floyd, disrespectful. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, from what I understand, he wasn't saying that he wasn't murdered. He was saying that those people put that fentanyl in him. From what I've been told, I've been reading these things all day. I haven't seen the interview. I have every intention on watching it. They say it's about 3 hours long, but from what the information that I got about what he said about George Floyd is that he said that those people shot him up with fentanyl. A lot of people are misunderstanding what was said. And that came from like 3 different people. That's not on the same page.
Okay, hold it, my sister. New caller. Go ahead, second caller.
That's me?
Yeah, that's you.
Hey, I just feel like this. I don't believe Kanye did nothing wrong. And the person that was interviewing, that Pierce dude, he is shocked journalist. You know, he do things to get up under people. You know how he did Michael Jackson and a couple other people. But personally, I like Kanye. And he just got a platform and he used it, and when he used it, they want to say, oh, he crazy. He ain't been right. His mama did. He been went crazy. And he's very intelligent.
Really?
It's just that sometimes he say things, and you know, them other people want to put a spin on it. You know, and then make it something different. Just like with whatever he said about the George Floyd family. I don't think that he said anything disrespectful. I don't think, and that's just me. But it's like to me, as soon as somebody they got a few dollars.
Hold on,
we
sister.
gonna sue him for
Somebody making some noise. I don't know what it is because it's killing.
That's me.
I hear
I'm
it.
making my marinade from my
just just put your phone on mute. You still can listen. Just put your phone on mute, then you can still do what you do because they just Okay, go ahead, my sister. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like, you know, if somebody say something in a way that they feel like it's you know, it's defaming that person, the first thing they say is, let's sue this person. Why has it always got to be about money? Just because he said something, but if somebody else say something, you know, them other journalists say this and that and the third, you ain't trying to sue them though. So it's okay for them to say it, but for somebody that's got a little money, they can't say it. They can't say nothing wrong. So that kind of, it's just, you know, this world we live in, everything is against us. Any way you put it. You know, we born to say it.
Yeah.
Any way you put it. If we get a whole lot of money, they're gonna figure out some kind of way to take it from us or make us miserable with it. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
I mean, let me ask you a question. It is still on the same. why is it these other races of people are so obsessed with black people to the point where we are scrutinized on everything that we do and say? And I was just thinking about something, it's still on the subject. The black predominantly sports, it's all types of rules and stipulations. Football, basketball, we dominate them sports. And listen, the rules are different for tennis, golf, volleyball, soccer. But why is it the race, that the sport that's dominated by black people is all types of rules?
Because they have to make those rules to hold us back. They know what it is, Mark, and they have to do it, or else we'll dominate that sport. We'll dominate race car driving. We'll dominate tennis, soccer, hockey. Whatever we get in, we will dominate it because of our.
But they're not gonna let us.
They're not going to
let us. They're gonna let a certain number of people get in certain sports, and they're gonna cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna start that.
Who's that saying you've never seen a black quarterback or whatever? Why? Why not?
It's some now. There's black quarterbacks now that's doing their thing in the league, you know, but it's always something when it comes to us, people. Always something. Always.
Because it has to be done that way. And like my grandfather told me, it's not that they're smarter, they just had better opportunities.
Right.
Yeah, that's all. You know, you had better choices, better opportunities. Not that you're smarter, it's not that you're better. This playing field has been set up for these people to succeed and for us to fail.
And then that's how it is with our children.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our children, they want to go get the brand new Jordans, and they want to wear the pants, the latest fashion jeans, and all this and that. But them other kids, they going to school in Keds and, you know, them little white boy gym shoes and regular Levi's, and they stacking their money instead of us trying to teach our children how to value that we teach them to value the wrong thing instead of teaching them how we what we do, how I want to put it. Instead of teaching them how to get these things and you earn it. This is something you earn. You don't just because you get a good grade in school don't mean you get no new Jordan. Okay, you got a good grade in school, you going to the show. You can go to the show this weekend. You know what I mean? We don't want to. Every time something happens to you, we give them the wrong thing.
Let me ask you a question.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. I'm just not trying to be funny.
Me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you, sister. What's wrong with our children wearing Jordans and the latest stuff? I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, if the parents can afford to do that, I don't see anything wrong with that. You know, I personally, that's just us. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, Mark, come on now.
Go ahead.
What these kids out here, parents can't afford them Jordans.
I'm talking about the ones that can afford the Jordans, get by their children.
If they can afford, if they in a 2-parent household, even a 1-parent household, that can afford these things for their children, that's fine. That's fine.
That's all I wanted to bring up. I wanted to see. I
teaching, yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but you got to remember too, you can't expect to get apples from oranges. You know what I'm saying? Or oranges from apples. If the parents don't know no better, this is what they're gonna do. They're operating in ignorance. You know, they're going. This is what I always quote. Instead of buying your child everything that you didn't have, you need to teach them everything that they didn't know, that you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's my theory. But for those parents that can afford to buy them their sons or their children some Jordans, I mean, I think it's okay if they can afford it. But my thing is understand, some of y'all have $200 pair of Jordans and your mama don't have no job, daddy don't have no job. How you coming up with these Jordans? You know, I understand.
Absolutely.
I understand where you're coming from, But we don't want to hold back those that can able to do that for their sons and daughters too as well. And I believe in a reward system. If your children do great in school, I think we should reward them. Maybe if we can afford a pair of Jordans, buy it for them, or, a show or something. Just reward them, show them that, hey, you're doing well, and I just want to treat you to a special dinner or to the show or something, buy something nice for you or buy you another game or anything, or iPad or a camera or something.
I agree with that.
Because I'm not trying to jump down on you, sister, not at all, because I'm a granddad and I understand where you're coming from. And what we do is, and this is what I don't like, and I'm guilty of it too. We always compare ourselves with white folks for certain things, and it's like they set the standard for everything that we do. If it's not white, it's not right. That's simple as that.
No.
I know. I'm just saying, when we say ghetto, let me ask you a question. When you say something is ghetto, what are you comparing it to? See,
I don't say nothing ghetto.
Okay, because a lot of people,
say that.
even people use that word, this ghetto, in myself. So what are we really comparing it to? We're comparing it to the standard of white people. Yeah.
Well, I don't use that word ghetto because I grew up in Hyde Park.
Right. That's
and
good.
Some people still consider that the ghetto.
Right.
So, the ghetto to me is a state of mind.
Okay. Well, what I mean is, this is what I mean. When you say people acting ghetto, okay, now, how do you compare the way people act ghetto? Who are you comparing them to? That's what my point is. For me, yeah.
I can't relate to that, but I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So when I do see certain things on social media, they just saying that's black. That's some black people stuff.
And what's wrong with that?
Because everybody black ain't ghetto.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So my thing, that's what I'm trying to get is, see, if I can help us, point us in the direction of a different way of thinking. We don't always have to go by the rules, the American rules of what they call business ethics and all that. Like our young people, they wear their pants sagging. That's just a fashion. I don't like it. Personally, I don't sag. But that's what they do. Now, we might call that ghetto. Why? Because the way you're supposed to have your pants pulled up on you, and I agree with that, but it's a fashion that the young folks do. You got the underwear showing as well. I don't like it, but I understand it. That's it. That's all I'm saying. So we got to be careful what we call ghetto. And let me just say this while it's on my mind. I just got a text. Any young person that's going to school want to go to school looking nice, smelling good. So they don't have to go with cardboard shoes, holes in their shoes, go to school and all that. I understand that. You got to remember, we worked for 400 years. We were slaves in this country, in physical slavery for 400 some years. So somebody make a noise again. Somebody make a noise.
I apologize. That was me.
Okay. All right. So my thing is, we have an excuse for a lot of behaviors that we're doing. We're still suffering from trauma. Our trauma is passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. We have an excuse. So you're looking at a people that had a 400-year head start on us. And we have problems. Yes, we have problems in our community. Yes, we do. Listen, let me ask you a question. Maybe you can answer it for me, sister. How many black people that you think they would take for us to get something done? More than half or less than half?
More than half.
Okay, good. My point. Now, since you said that, and I agree with you 100%, we don't need all black people 100% on board to make some changes. Because everybody's not going to, you're going to have traitors in the camp. You're going to have doubters in the camp. You're going to have those that can't see further than their eyesight. You're going to have those type of people in the camp. When I say camp, in the race. So I don't want you thinking, I'm talking about nation building right now. So when we hear people speak out like Kanye, that's forbidden for what he said. Not to say that. Everybody know not to speak against the gays. Everybody know not to speak against the Jewish community. Why? Because there's going to be consequences. But you can speak out against black people, and there will be no consequences unless you just in the hood and go get dealt with that way. So that's permitted. But it's not permitted to speak out against the alphabet. It's not permitted to speak out against the Jewish community without a backlash. Do y'all feel me?
Ain't that something?
Seriously, man, but it's like that. As long as our rappers calling our women bees and calling our other people the N-word, all that's accepted. But ain't it mighty strange that you have no other culture, race, demonize their women in their songs and stuff like that? Ain't it mighty strange? But it's promoted in our community. I'm just talking now.
No, I don't have an answer for that.
I know, but I'm just talking in general. I'm not trying to debate with you or make it fit, but these are the things that the listener audience need to think about. So we don't need 100% black people, all 100% black people on the board. I'll say if we have just half of the black people, a little bit more than half, we can get some things done in our community. And we don't have to wait for handouts. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against handouts at all, because there are needy people out here that need things. And if you need that free groceries, you need to go get it. If you need that free gas, you need to get it. If you need Section 8, go get it. If you need a medical card, go get it. Get yourself some help. It's there for you. Don't be ashamed.
I think, Martin, if we stuck together, we'd be the African Americans would be predominantly strong, because we the only race that don't stick together.
Yeah,
we hate each other for no reason at all.
But we stick together when it comes to gang banging, when it comes to electric sliding, when it comes to
I'm saying
minor things. I know what you're saying.
Like,
I know what you said, but I want to bring that for the listening audience. So it ain't the fact that we don't stick together. We stick together on some things that's minor things. They don't stick
together gang bang. Yeah. They don't stick together gang bang.
Yeah. Well,
they don't even know what they doing.
Yeah. So
they ain't gang bang. They following their lead off that stuff they smoking or licking on or whatever
they gang banging, sister. Trust me, they gang banging. Trust me, they are gang banging. It may not be as organized as it used to be, but they're gang banging. They're gang banging. Trust me, every day. Every day. When you hear that word ops and ops and ops and all that, trust me, as we speaking right now.
No, but I'm saying if we was to stick together, we would be a very strong unity. We
do stick together, sister.
Even when you go to jail.
I'm trying to tell you, sister.
You got the Mexicans. They all bonded. They come in. Somebody come in, they gonna love on them and hook them up. Don't even know them.
Sister.
The Puerto Ricans.
We do stick together. That's a myth. We just don't stick together for the right reasons. We stick together. Trust me. Look at these. Okay, I don't know if you're in Chicago. In Chicago, we have these class reunions. We have these neighborhood reunions, and it'd be hundreds and hundreds of people coming. They plan in a whole year in advance. We stick together on minor things that don't really matter, don't count. We have to stick together on things that does matter. Okay, if a call comes, just say in Chicago, say that, hey, we're going to boycott all foreign-owned stores. And I guarantee you, if more than half of black people, I think Cook County got 20% black people. If 13% of black people stick together out of the 23% that's in Cook County, don't you know we'll send a shockwave through that community, the foreign-owned businesses? We will.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about, sticking together for doing some things like that. All that getting together, partying, and everybody know I love house music, but it's not getting us nowhere. It's not getting us nowhere.
Yes, I wasn't talking about getting together, partying. I was getting together as a, you know, we African Americans. Can we just not get together just for no mess?
Thank you, because we do get together.
You know, something to stand on. We need a foundation. I mean, together. They already take everything from us.
Yeah.
You know, all the creations back in what our people have invented. They somehow came and stole that like they did.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it still to this day.
Well, in order for them to maintain power over us, they have to lie to us. They have to take everything that we was taught. They have to take all that out of us and give us what they want us to be and how to think. There's a saying that says, whoever controls the image runs things. They control the image. Now, if you're not educated, when I say educated on things of what's going on, not necessarily college educated, if you look at the internet or the media on TV, you would think that black people are only ones out here carjacking, smoking weed, drive-by shooting and killing. You'd think that. You really would think that. You would think that we the only one fight our women. You'd think that. But that's not true.
Oh, I know.
See, all of our shortcomings as a race is magnified. Why is that? There's some people out here that got it out.
That's all they want us to see.
Yeah.
That's all they want. That's what they want to show us.
Right. Right. It's some people out here that got it out for black people. It's some people that smile in our face every day, grin, shaking our hands, hugging us and everything. But inside, deep inside, they hate us. They can't stand our guts. That's real talk. Even some that look like us the same way.
Absolutely.
Do not like nothing that comes from black people. Our ice is not cold enough. They don't want to go to a McDonald's in the black community. They go to a McDonald's in the white community. It's something about it. Just how it is. It's something they can't get over. It's a mental block. And when Kanye speak out on things, you know, that's the code is you're not supposed to talk like that. And, you know, nobody wants to sit down and have a real dialogue about race here in America. What they tell us, get over it, it's over with. They don't, because once we have a real dialogue about race, that means they're going to have to treat us a certain way, and they don't want to do that. They have to give up so many privileges. They're going to have to change the history of this country, and they're not willing to do that. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Ain't nothing about this.
Say your favorite word, your line you say.
Tell the truth and what? Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Right.
That's it. That's it. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I'm not making this up.
Right.
I am not making this up. Somebody got it out for the black race. The guns are coming in our community. The drugs are coming in our community. The schools are failing in our community. The bad politics is failing the community. The healthcare center in our community is messed up. You got a hospital that's in our community and doing business in our community don't want to serve the community that they're in. And that's something, that's just like me opening up a store in a white community neighborhood, but I won't sell nothing to white people. I only sell it to any other people but white people. And that's how we're treated, people. And we have a lot of our politicians are afraid to step up, step their game up. I'm telling you, I'm looking at these politicians, and don't get me wrong, people, we should vote. I'm not saying that we should not vote. I am not saying that, because if you don't vote, you don't have no right to complain, because politicians make life decisions for us. They pass laws that can hurt us, that can set us back another 50 or 100 years. And I know a lot of our politicians that look like me don't have no power. They skinning and grinning, getting along, go along. And that's what they're doing. Y'all make sure y'all share this video. Somebody need to hear it.
I can share it. I'll always share it. Okay, I'm going, Mark.
Okay, no problem, sister.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
And I like Kanye. Now, do I agree with everything he say? No, but he speaks out. We need more black men to speak out and stand on it. Trust me, there's a war against this black skin. Any white person that's listening to this broadcast know I'm telling the truth. They know it. They know that black people aren't treated fairly in this country. Yeah, you make it look good. You make a few Obamas, a few Oprahs, a few celebrities, entertainers, basketball athletes. But what about the masses? The masses of people that's in poverty, below poverty, that's lost, that don't even have a chance by design. Black men, your race needs you. Black men, our race needs us. I got to say it. This is real, people. And I'm going to tell you, any leader out there that's listening to me, that's in love with money, you would not be an effective leader at all, because there's a price tag. Can't be in love with money. And I know money right up there with oxygen. You can't live without it. But there's got to be a point that you would not go for money. No matter what the price is, you say, you know what? I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. We need a man that can stand up and have that type of integrity. And I'm not saying that you got to be broke, starving, and gang banging. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's got to be something, a point that you would not cross for money. I'm telling you, black men, our women don't feel safe. Well, you say, well, Martin, what are you talking about? I'm talking about because we're not protecting them as a race. I'm not talking about husband and wife. I'm talking about as a race, as a whole. That's what I'm talking about. It's more than sitting down talking about sports, basketball and football and baseball, the playoffs and all that. It's more than life to that. Didn't the George Floyd protests show us something? When the riots broke out in all these cities, how certain areas didn't have no food, no water, no anything. Didn't it teach us that? Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Nobody wants to hear this. We so busy trying to party, but we need, our race need to develop people. We're hurting. We're hurting each other. We're not loving on each other. We're so envious and jealous. We allow other races to tell us we're not like the other ones. And I always tell you, when another person from another race come and tell you you're not like the other ones, or I don't see race, you better run. Better run. You better run. Oh, it's quiet. You know, when the truth comes, you can hear a pin drop. That's one thing about the truth. The truth don't need no help. Just speak the truth, and the truth gonna take care of his own self. As I always say, the butt-naked truth will undress a dressed-up lie. Let me say it again. The butt-naked truth will undress a dressed-up lie. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not too crazy about these athletes, these entertainers being our black leaders. No, I'm not. It's okay for them to speak out on social justice, but I'm not looking up to them as their leader of the black community. Not at all. Not at all. Come on now. That's all I got to say, people. This is live, uncut. I'm not going to bore y'all. I appreciate y'all coming on in. And we was talking about Kanye. Appreciate the brother. Pray for him. Keep me in your prayers. And sometimes we can make our own bed hard and we got to lay in it. I'll just say that. And I'm going to leave it right there. Y'all already know what it is. It's live, uncut.
You already know what it is.
Thank y'all for calling.
Uncut.